Before every single concert, before one fan walks through those doors, before the lights go up, before a single note is played, a band sits down and builds their set list. They don't just walk out on stage and wing it. Well, some do, but professional musicians do not just walk out on stage and wing it. They decide intentionally what songs and what order, what opens the show, what builds the energy, what's the emotional peak, and how it ends. Because without a set list, you're just making noise. Here's what I want to ask you today. What's on your set list? What are you actually working on in your life right now? In what order and with what intention? Or are you just winging it and wondering why nothing is changing? I'm Tracy, and this is Trauma Rockstars. Today, we're building your set list together. In music, a set list isn't just a list of songs, it's a strategy. It takes you where you're starting, where you're going, and how you're going to get there. Great bands know you don't open with your biggest hit first. You build up to that. Healing works exactly the same way. You can't skip the encore moment without doing the opener first. Most of us try to heal in chaos, reacting to whatever is loudest, putting out fires, never actually choosing what we're working on. A set list actually changes that. It gives your healing direction, intention, and momentum. The set list is not a to-do list, so don't mistake that. It's a commitment to yourself about what and who gets your energy. Remember that. It's a commitment to yourself on what and who gets your energy. Winging your healing journey is like a band walking on stage with no set list, no sound check, no plan, and then wondering why the show fell apart. You deserve better than that. You deserve a plan. Nobody taught us how to heal intentionally. No one. We were taught to survive, not to plan our recovery. Trauma keeps us in reactive mode, always responding, never choosing. We often work on what hurts the most instead of what needs to come first. Listen to that. We often work on what hurts the most instead of what needs to come first. It's hard to separate that. There's also fear, you guys. If I write it down, it becomes real. If I commit to it, I might fail. That fear, that's actually your trauma trying to protect you from the disappointment. We're going to talk about that in a future episode called Stage Fright. So we'll come back to that. The other reason we don't have a set list is we don't know what's actually on the stage. That's what the life audit is for that I created. And if you haven't taken it yet, go to traumarockstars.com right now and take it. It's free. It only takes a couple minutes. It's very simple, 8 questions. I remember recently actually trying to juggle so many things like we all are. Let's face it, we're all on constant overload. But I realized I needed to get grounded and I needed to step away. So I took my dog for a walk. I love nature and this levels me completely, but I realized I hadn't created my set list yet for the month. So I was able to take some bonding time with my dog and I opened my mind to realize that I was running in circles without a plan. I don't know about you, but if I don't write it down, it doesn't happen. I've learned that I need to be very organized and structured to function. That's just one thing about me. I have to have that organization and structure in my life. Think of a season when you were just reacting to everything. No plan, no intention, just surviving. What did that cost you? It might be happening right now. Most of us, it actually is happening right now. So your set list has 3 lanes I want you to think about. And if you've done the life audit, you already know which ones need the most work. But lane 1 is your emotional lane. What feelings are you carrying that need to be processed? What relationships need attention? Boundaries, healing, or release? Those are questions you need to ask yourself. What stories are you still telling yourself that aren't serving you? Lane two would be the physical part. How is your body showing up for you right now? Are you sleeping well? Are you sleeping at all? Moving? Are you nourishing yourself with nutrition? Are you running on empty? Are you exercising, even doing stretches in the morning? Your body tells you everything you need to know, you guys. It belongs on the set list. This is super important. And then the very third lane is mental, the mental part. What patterns of thinking are on repeat? What beliefs about yourself need to be rewritten? Think about that. What beliefs about yourself need to be rewritten? This is where the inner critic lives. And we're going to address that directly in another upcoming episode called The Tour Manager, but we'll get more into detail with that in a couple weeks. Now, you don't work all three lanes at once, so don't let that get overwhelming. You can't. That's how you get burnt out. Just pick one thing per lane that needs the most attention right now. What's your opening set? As you progress through 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, even just the first week, the set list will evolve. That's part of the journey. And that's kind of the fun of it. This is exactly what the Rockstar 30 program is built around that I created, giving you a structured, intentional 30-day set list so you're not guessing. It's completely guided. And there's also the Backstage Pass 90-day program that takes you through a full tour, all three lanes, all the way into your headlining moment. You can find both of these at traumarockstars.com. So I'm going to leave you with this. Step one, take the free life audit quiz on the website, traumarockstars.com, or you can sign up for the newsletter and you can have direct access to it through that. Also on the website. You can't build a set list if you don't know what's on the stage. Remember that. You cannot build a set list if you do not know what's going on the stage. So go to traumarockstars.com. The free quiz literally takes less than 5 minutes. I think it takes just a couple minutes, and it shows exactly where you're at. Hundreds of people have taken it so far, and it's been really eye-opening, the results that everybody's getting. So step two is I want you to choose one thing per lane, not 10, not 5, one emotional thing, one physical thing, one mental thing, and just write those down. That's it. Just those three things. And it's amazing how powerful things can be when you write them down. And then step three, put them in order. What needs to happen first? What needs your priority? What's your opener before you get on stage? What is that going to be? You're not going to play your power ballad at the start. You're going to build up to that. And then step four is give it a time frame. A week, 30 days is perfect. 30 days, this is why I developed the Rockstar 30. 30 days is a perfect opening set. Commit to working your set list for at least 30 days without changing it. You can adjust after because I'm going to want you to reflect back, but give it a real run, you guys. And it literally takes not even 5-10 minutes a day to do it. It's very, very obtainable for our busy, busy lives. And then step five is I want you to review it weekly. Does every great band does a post-show review? What landed, what felt off, what needs to shift. Your set list is a living document, not a prison sentence. Remember that. Here's what I want you to take away from today. You are not just a passenger in your own healing. You are the actual artist. Remember that. You are not a passenger in your healing journey. You are the artist. You get to decide what's on the set list. You have all of this. You get to decide who and what gets your energy, your attention, and your time. Stop winging it, you guys. Stop reacting to whatever is loudest. Start choosing. Take a breath, take a step back, take a moment to reflect and get your thoughts in order and to clear your mind. This week, I want you to do the one thing. Write down three things: your emotional, your physical, and your mental. Just three. That's your opening set list. If you want if you want support building it out because it can seem very overwhelming, then there is the full 30-day roadmap for you, and the Rockstar 30 program is waiting for you at traumarockstars.com. It's built exactly for this moment. Remember, you are not a groupie in someone else's story. You are not a groupie and somebody, I'm Tracy, this is Trauma Rockstars, and rockstars, they always play with intention. See you next Tuesday.
The content on this podcast revolves around personal life experiences and is meant to serve as a learning tool. I am not a certified therapist or medical expert. This podcast doesn't offer medical, psychological, or professional advice. If you're curious about your mental or physical well being, feel free to reach out to a licensed healthcare professional for assistance.